Good morning, guys. Kevin here. Early o'clock. It's about 10 minutes to 7. I woke up about 5:45, something like that. Got up, had a wash, and outside to start cutting the hedge. Yesterday I did a little bit. I'll show you it. But I was working. Yes, I have a t-shirt on. It's about 22 and it's cold. 22 degrees, cold. Actually, it is cold. Tiny little goosebumps on my hands. It's amazing how your body gets used to the heat, isn't it? Yesterday, I was cutting the hedge at the back side, and I didn't know, but there was a little, what do you call it? Bees. A little bee nest in there, a wasp nest. And one flew straight towards my eye, and I managed to turn, and it landed just here and stung the crap out of me. But it went away after a little while. About an hour or so, it just went away. But they're not there anymore. I like to leave them because they pollinate everything, but they're in the hedge. How do I cut the hedge? Let me show you what I did so far. Who's here? Who's that? Huh? Who's that? Sugar? So here's the hedge which I cut yesterday. You know, I didn't notice it was getting bad until I looked on top. Right on top, it was just like sticking out all scraggly. I said, hey. So then I thought I'll come out here and do this. So yesterday I did that around the corner and behind, and then I did all the way down here. It wasn't this, you know, you can see, look down here how bad it is. That's because it's in the full sun. But I got all this done. So I'm just waiting for it to, actually I'm going to start in a minute. I'm not going to wait any longer because that'll give me about 4 hours before it's too hot. But today I'm going to go from here to that flower, which is about 30 feet. But you can see how fat it is on the side. I'm not sure. I think the machine I have will take care of the side, but I know it's not going to take care of the top. No way. So I'm going to have to do all that by hand. But look at this. This is looking pretty. It's so February the 2nd or something. Look there. Is that pretty? February the 2nd or something, and about the 28th or something, everything started blooming. Just started going crazy. I showed you the flowers at the beginning of this video, and that's at the gate here. Just there at the gate, see? See back there? Pretty, huh? So I'm going to get started, get my ladder out, and the clippers and the cutter and everything else, shears, whatever. But other day I bought some mask, and I wore it yesterday, and I didn't cough until like late afternoon. Sitting in the house I started coughing. But normally I'd be coughing all day. But I'm going to wear this while I'm working, just to because there's dust. This hasn't rained for months, so a lot of dust in the bushes and stuff, so I don't want to be breathing all that stuff in, so I'm going to wear the mask. So I'll get started and come back after a while, and you can see what it looks like when I'm finished. So let's see if I can turn this mess into something pretty, huh? Turn this into what it looks like at the end. Supervisor's here. Okay, done. I only spent 2.5 hours out here. Started at 7 o'clock, finished at 20 past 10. I'm exhausted. So you know what my plan is now? I'm going to go in, get a shower, rest a little bit, and then I'm going to go buy myself chow manao, big cup of lemon tea, and sit and enjoy that. But I'll show you what I've done. Whew. I didn't get stung by a bee today. No wasp nest. So all across the top done. I had to do all that by hand. The machine could take care of the sides, but it couldn't do the top. So I had to do it by hand. So needless to say, I broke the clippers again. They're broke again. So I just made some more resin and put it on it. See if that'll hold it for now. But it looks good. I'm happy from the end all all the way down here. I even went down this far, look. I wasn't planning to come all the way down here, but I did it. Even did this one. The sides didn't need doing. You can see it needs water. The sides just a little bit, but the top I had to do by hand because I left it for a while. But the whole hedge is acceptable and done. Woo! These flowers are looking really pretty now. This is over top of the archway coming into the garden. All done. That's my Sunday gardening done. I'm pleased I didn't get stung by a bee today. Right there. Yeah, there's like a little tiny bump. I could see it coming from my eye, and I just like went fast. And then I could feel it starting to sting. So I just kept pushing it, but I think it stung me a couple of times, but just there. I don't feel, if you touch it, it's tender. But it's not stinging today. So that's the hedge done. No more gardening today. Got to water again. You know what? They say this is the dry season. So if you didn't water the garden, it would just turn to desert. It would literally, I mean, the trees would stay, but everything else would die. When I first come here, everything was burnt, dry. But the guy down the road who was like paid to look after it, he kept putting poison on it. So that didn't help. But if you don't water, it just all dies off. It's sad, really. But in the rainy season, you got to do the hedge like 3 times a week. Little breeze. What do you think? The birds keep chewing their rope and breaking it. See, down there hanging. Break this one, and that one. That's all they got left. And if I didn't put some paracord on it, that'll fall apart too. I got some new one. I bought like a 1/2 inch or something natural rope. So when you put the new stuff in, they don't bother it for months and months and months, but once it gets to a certain age, they just attack it, like they want to pull it apart. I don't really want to put plastic rope in there, but I'm not doing it today. I'm too tired now. I went to the knife shop the other day, and I was watching them make that hedge trimmers, and I'm like, hey, that's perfect. I'm gonna go back and buy a pair because I didn't see what handle, but it's bound to be wood, and it's metal all the way to the end down the handles. So I'm gonna go buy one. It's about half an hour, 45 minutes drive from here, I guess. But it's worth it because the ones I bought, they're really nice. The trouble is, you come halfway down the handle and it turns to plastic, and the plastic breaks. I mean, who designed that? Obviously not designed it for return customers, but the one at the knife shop is metal all the way to the end. So I'm gonna ask them to make it sharp. They make it right out back of the shop. So I think I'm gonna go buy one of those because, you know, the hedge is getting to the place now where it's mature, which means, you know, if it grows a little bit, it goes hard fast. But feeling good now. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off and say good afternoon and go get a shower. Look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. And I hope you have paradise in your heart. Good night.